Hello my friends and welcome to episode 33 of There Are More Lights. That was a bit of a nail biter last time. Let's go for a good old fashioned assassinate. I made some serious money last time. I think after this we're going to go shopping. I thought, why not? Let's bring out the bullshit again. Just for fun. I think I'd probably be wise to bring good pilots though. Let's go! 4.5 skull, 2 mechs. It's funny, it's just like you just gotta do it sometimes. You just gotta take these risks. You just gotta like sit down and think, do you know what? This could go very badly, but I'm gonna go for it. I mean, so this is something I wanted to talk about. A lot of people are very afraid to lose, especially on camera. I mean, I don't like losing. I'm afraid to lose too, but when you reach this point in a campaign where you've won, you can do anything, really. So the only thing left to do is to get fun out of the game. I mean, that's the purpose of the game, is to get fun out of it. And the way that you're going to get fun out of the game, in my opinion, is to start challenging yourself, to start really challenging yourself. And, you know, even if this mission goes horribly wrong, what is the worst that can happen is I lose some lost tech goodies, which I'll have to go and replace. And that's it. I got 24 million C-bills in the bank. My campaign is not about to end. Because I lost 1 pilot and 2 mechs.
Okay, let's do this.
Nice, I brought the war crime cannon to an urban environment. This is going to be glorious. So, I've noticed that there's a thing here, and there's also a thing here. Although I think that's the coolant one, so it's not really that great. It doesn't do any damage when it blows up, sadly. So the supporting forces are here, and the reinforcements are all the way over there, where it's actually quite difficult. So I think my mission is possibly to park behind this building here and take these 4 down first. Let's go, team. Maybe give these boys a big helping of the war crime cannon.
Spot for an ambush. Be careful, Commander. You don't want to get caught in a crossfire.
That's the electrical transformer, and that is worth blowing up. But I highly doubt the enemy will go anywhere near it. Coolant exchanger. Doesn't really benefit me in any way.
We have an unknown on sensors.
Oh, there's a tank by a whatever that is. I think it's a transformer. Robot in disguise. Let's start our proceedings this evening. It's out of range. I'm not going to hit it. For an artillery piece, you sure do have short range.
Receiving you.
I want to attract the enemy towards this.
No shooting, just running.
Oh, it's a demolisher. Demolishers, 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 demolishers. Where's old Steve Ballmer when you need him? Oh, that's right. He bet the company on the Metro UI. Probably not the greatest thing he ever did.
Waiting for the right move.
Waiting for the correct play. I get the feeling I might have been wise to not reserve here and to actually vigilance and re-establish my defense, because this demolisher could hurt me. Especially if it keeps stripping away my evasion tokens like this. No, he's moving that way. Oh, this is not good. This is way more stripping than I was expecting to deal with. Oh, but the demolisher's moving out. The wrong way. Huh, crisis averted. Thump.
Engaging target.
Whee! War cry! Okay. Excuse me. Okay, it's just him left to go. I'll be alright here.
Standing by.
Someone's getting stood on next turn. Oh man, that archer's hindquarters have been opened up. We totally can end this demolisher right here, right now. Pop! Demolished!
Scrap heap.
I wonder if they're all demolishers. I mean, they're all 80 tons, they're all the correct tonnage. And they're all in the correct phase. I can't see, that's the problem. Alright, I don't think any of the demolishers are going in this phase apart from the one that I killed. I think the others are in the assault phase, so I think I can afford to reserve here. It's a long shot.
Light damage, holding firm.
Ow! He actually hit me twice. He is taking some serious damage though.
Reporting minimal damage.
Alright,
What's up, bud?
I gotta re-establish the defense of this dude. And it looks like I have these two going in this phase.
good to go.
Which they might both be demolishers. Alright, I think that one is actually stuck down there. Interestingly enough. If it's a demolisher, I'm gonna vigilance. It is a demolisher. Okay, I'm gonna vigilance. That's to make sure that a counter-attack is not fatal.
Copy that.
Good kill.
Reporting enemy vehicle eliminated.
Okay, that vehicle has worked out that it has a bad path. That's what we're going for right now.
All weapons committed.
Ouch.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
That boy got a large helping of
Commander?
when you're firing so many rounds that your gun sounds like an angry Hoover. This is kind of a weak position for me to be in. I think the archer might try and punch me in the rear. That I can take. Nah, I'm not sure I want to
Need
though.
something, Chief?
Yeah, vigilance up and stand like somewhere here. Somewhere where you can't be flanked. Which apparently is just not available. No, I think you can get a flank from there. Too close to him, flankable. I think that is not flankable. Oh, it's a Shrek. There I am playing like it's a demolisher. It's not even a demolisher, it's a friggin' shrieker. Okay.
Damage minimal.
If anything has gotten a lot less scary in this day and age, it's the Shrek PPC carrier.
Damage minimal.
Oh, that was a big hit. Someone brought the missilery suite. Man, waiting to get your turn with assaults is really quite irritating.
Damage minimal.
And it has so little movement, but that's okay, because we have jump jets. Sometimes you just need to get a superior angle, and jump jets enable you to do that.
Engaging jump jets.
I can jump into the coolant goop next turn.
All weapons committed.
Nice work, Shrek. You absolutely ruined those innocent civilians.
Ready for orders.
Okay.
Minimal.
How's it going? Roger that.
Splat. That was nice and easy.
Vehicle down.
The real weak link is the assault mech. It can't... Although it has jump jets, it still can't maneuver very well, so... It is vulnerable to being focused down. Surrounded by an endless stream of missile harassment.
Damage minimal.
Oof, that hurt.
Warning. Armor low. Damage minimal.
Okay. I can't even see where these attacks are coming from, that's the funny part. Let's clear away the stab damage.
All weapons committed.
Get wrecked.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, that's 4 targets down. Insurgent leader. He's here. The reinforcements are trying to make their way up here.
On the move.
Pop, pop. Alright, whatever he is, he's 100 tons.
Waiting for orders.
What do we got? A catapult, a thunderbolt, a grasshopper, and 1 other mech. I'm gonna vigilance this mech just to get it in a better phase.
Full throttle.
Although currently it has a very high level of defensiveness.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, your mission is to
Roger.
rotate these boys. Make them turn around. Wow, that was very annoying. I have a lot of evasion tokens there. I'm actually okay.
Standing by.
I'm lucky that didn't hit, because from the high ground there, he's probably got quite a few accuracy bonuses. They will pay for their arrogance. Really? Both of you? Alright, whatever that is, it's got missiles and it can actually hit with them. I think I can flatten that building. Does a building only take one hit from the thumper cannon? Can you not demolish buildings with it? Yeah, because I thumpered this, and this building survived. These are side shots I have here. 75% chance to hit. In other words, I might accidentally get the building. Unless I do a precision strike. Fire!
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Hey there.
Alright, at some risk of being meleeed here and / or shot in the back. That's an Orion.
Taking the shot.
Bring him down!
Flatten that one. I'm being flanked.
Wow, I could totally thumper a lot of these next turn. They're so tightly clustered. I can't thumper them now because I'd blast my own chicken to bits. That would be a mistake. Let's see how you handle this.
All weapons committed.
As the saying goes. Alright, he's nearly dead. Oh, he got me. Got me in the rear leg, though.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
Ooh, he hit me too. In the leg. Same place. I'm under pressure now. Fortunately, the grasshopper will not be able to hit because it's taken a huge penalty to
Armor
hit for
blow
being
through.
knocked down.
Internal damage.
So he's pretty much donezo. In fact, a thumper round will be the end of him. Because we'll do like 10 to 50 here, and 10 to 50 here, and 10 to 50 here, and 10 to 50 here. It will all pile into the CT.
Waiting for orders.
Run!
Roger that. Going to full throttle.
Tuck yourself neatly behind the building. Alright, that's an indirect shot. I was like, how are you getting a direct shot there? Shooting through the building. The grasshopper has a direct shot. He's not going to hit, though.
flanking.
Oh man, there's a thirst here.
Watch my six.
You're fine, don't you worry. Sensible money is on going after the bull shark because, you know, it can't. I think that's just going to be stuck there, firing missiles until the game ends. Sensible money is on going after the bull shark because it can't evade.
Engaging target.
Get some. See ya. We knew that was going to happen. It was like free extra damage on everyone else. Okay, here we go.
Receiving you.
There's almost no chance of my death here. I could lose my leg. Nuzzle that boy. Oh, we got the CT! Oh, but the lasers could not follow it. The lasers could not follow it up, despite CT being the most likely place of connection. How I wish I had another thumper round. He's got ammo in the CT, hasn't he? Yep.
All weapons committed. Enemy
Boom.
destroyed. Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
The catapult's in huge trouble and it knows it.
I'm showing minor damage.
Okay. This Orion has taken some damage from being thumpered once.
Good to go.
Oh wow, I have a rear strike. Let's do it.
Affirmative. Confirmed.
Oh, nasty. He may die. Not with shooting like that, he won't. Man, that's twice we've been let down by the small lasers. Man, a thumper round would be a great finisher as well for these two. You can't help but think of all the possibilities that
Internal
the
damage.
thumper gun opens up for you. Of course, I haven't got any ammo for it, so it's game over. It's game over for those thoughts, but it is quite it's quite interesting to think about. This is like some sort of cargo thing. Just wondered what the interesting building was. I think we should go for the Orion. Man, I didn't get either of them.
Ready.
Okay, he's as good as dead from either the front or the back. As is he, really. Keep my vigilance up, try and avoid losing my leg.
On my way.
Nice. Running back and forth, keep my evasion high.
Target eliminated.
Okay. I'm running a bit hot here. I'm also running a bit low on ammo.
Engaging target. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Commander.
Goodbye, Orion.
Targeting for physical.
Scratch another target.
He worked hard, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Oof.
That's a kill.
We got a bit gratuitous in there. Well, this gives us some time to cool down, but I only have 2 volleys of rounds left.
Standing by.
And then I am all out of bullets. And left wishing that I had LBX2s. Which are almost as good, but a lot more ammo efficient. Although they're not so good with precision strikes. But then you could have loads of extra weapons. So... we have a melee of 130 on the bull shark, which is considerably less than the chicken. So the chicken is actually way deadlier.
Waiting.
No shot. It shocks me, but
Yes, Commander.
no shot.
Copy.
It's a crab!
Acknowledge.
Primary target is taking damage.
And he has run out of missiles.
Engaging jump jets.
A long time ago, he ran out of missiles. Big Russian or otherwise.
Standing by. Waiting for the shot.
Oof. That poor building.
Orders.
It's time for a hug.
Position confirmed.
Oof. Oh, I got the arm. It's not so good. Bit of a weak sauce shot, that one.
Engaging jump jets.
I have no hope of actually killing this guy through the CT, so... not with this weapon. Not with this amount of ammo left.
All weapons committed.
So we'll aim for the cockpit and see if we get it.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Well, we hit it once.
Ready.
We don't want to get counter melee'd here. Nope.
Got it.
Unlucky. Oh, that building has taken 2 stray shots. Well, a lot of people are about to lose their homes. This is it. Last of the ammunition. Nice.
Enemy mech destroyed. Mission successful.
That's how it should be. Nice and easy. That was not easy. That was actually pretty difficult. A lot of missile harassment and a few lucky leg hits. You know, if you lose that leg, you're in trouble. Good old King Crab. Battletech. I don't think you could pull this kind of feat off without heavy metal weapons. There's just no way. A bull shark would have well, the old AC5s are 8 tons, so the bull shark would not even be able to fit them all. Well, I guess it would. You'd have to take heat sinks out. You wouldn't need heat sinks because Ultra AC5s run a lot hotter than AC5s do. But you would basically have 50% firepower. Come on, lab. It always takes so long to load. Yeah, so you'd halve your firepower. You'd fit 4 AC5s. Keep the ammo as it is, which would give you 15 rounds of fire. And you would have to take the heat sinks out to compensate for the increased weight. So under the old rules you could build this mech, but instead of having 360 firepower, you would have 180. That's quite a difference. Plus your thumper. Come on. I think I've reached this point in the campaign where the game is starting to lag. There are a few things I can do Try and do a bit of a system cleanup or whatever. It's not slow or anything, it just annoys me, these little like pauses and hitches and stuff. Can get rid of them with a really aggressive optimization program on your computer. Alright, I don't think there's much more exciting contracts on this world. Of course, we can make our own excitement by imposing strict limits on ourselves. I've heard that the faction stores have actually are chocked to the rafters with nice gear now. I don't think any faction really quite likes me enough to ally with me at the moment. Criminal Minds. Flattened Earth. That's the one that we did once upon a time. Let's do the Tournament of Champions. I've never done it before, actually. So let's go there and get ready for that.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Flashpoint added in the Flintoff system. It's nice to see so many flashpoints, actually. Yep, that's where we're going. Flintoff. Is it this one? Double Agent. Alright, I might go back for that later. Might go back for it later. Man, it's kind of weird how good the LBX2 is. The more I think about it, the more weird it is that it's such a good weapon. Because by and rights, it shouldn't be. Shotgun's usage against heavily, highly armored targets is not advisable.
I've got the financial report.
But here we are. You'd think that something like the LBX2 would be good against columns of infantry and, you know, as a weapon of terror against infantry. Light vehicles and helicopters would also suffer at the hands of lots of small pellet spread. Okay. Travel never gets any less boring in this game. Do it. Okay. The Tournament of Champions. No restriction? You can just take whatever you want into the fight? Is there really no restriction? Alright. It's your funeral. Exchanger. A mortar, a rangefinder. It's nothing really that interesting here. They don't know if you can fit 2 mortars and therefore get 2 shots. Well, look, if it isn't the most terrifying thing in the game. Unbelievably slow. Wow. I thought you were only meant to be able to get 1 of these. But apparently that's not true. And it's just chock-a-blocker with Lost Tech goodies. And they only want a cool 33 million for it. Goddamn. Or you could just skip buying the Lost Tech goodies and just get another one. Hatchet Man. Poor Hatchet Man. I don't even think the hatchet is actually that good anymore compared to ARM mods. Let's build one. Just to remind me.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
Let's see what else is here. Hey, an arc beacon.
New weapon systems available.
I finally found one. 4 small pulse lasers. 45 damage. That's best in class. 45 damage and only 10 heat. Admittedly, they weigh a ton instead of a half a ton, but often you're limited by support hardpoints more than tonnage. These are great.
New weapon systems.
I never thought I'd say that about pulse weapons.
New weapon systems available.
They're a little bit cooler, well, they're a lot cooler than small ER lasers. They are in fact half the heat cost of small ER lasers. They do 5 extra damage, but they weigh half a ton more and they have slightly less range. But that could be a very good trade-off in the right mech. Certainly the lowered heat cost is very, very nice. Oh, a hit defense gyro.
New equipment available.
Right, so before we finish up, I just want to look at the Hatchet Man. Is it the case that the axe is worse than ARM mods now? Is that the world we now live in? I must admit I like the idea of a Hatchet Man, but I think it's actually not that fast. Unfortunately for the Hatchet Man, I don't think it's actually that fast. So it can't really close the distance like lights can, or the Cicada can. Yeah, it's not as good. 70 damage for 3 tons. Admittedly, it is somewhat efficient in terms of crit space. But it is certainly not efficient in terms of tonnage. By comparison, the 60 damage melee mod, which actually fits quite neatly here, weighs only a single ton. And these ones are just totally garbage now. This used to be one of the best mods in the game. Now it's awful. It takes up too much tonnage and too much space. And so does that one. You could fit 40 extra damage in weightless mods. If I had them, which I don't. Once again, 20 for 4, but these ones add weight. And here's the biggest problem with the Hatchet Man. For a melee mech, he's only got a movement of 120 meters. And that's not that good. Frankly speaking, that is not good. For a mech that needs to close the distance to be effective. So you could add another 60 here and get to 230, and then add another weightless mod for 10. So you could get to 240 on this. That is possible. I could add like 80 stab damage, if you so wished. But you will suffer from a lack of mobility, really. You could also add those 2 pulse lasers that I found. There's another 90 there to be had for 2 tons. It doesn't really have the support hard points either. It just leaves you with a lot of free tonnage that's not conducive to you meleeing people to death. How ironic that the Hatchet Man would not be very good at melee. In this world where arm mods are a lot lighter, the Banshee is way better now. For example, over-engined mechs are actually totally fine if you slap them full of melee mods, and if they've got support hardpoints to play with, then they're totally fine. In fact, while we're here, do I actually have a Banshee in storage? I do. So it's got 4 support weapon hardpoints, right?
Sure thing. We'll see that it's prepped and ready.
So, just to make my point here, people used to brag that they could get about 300 damage on the Banshee in the past. That was bragging. That was, you know, braggable. That you had 300 damage on this thing. And I think what you could achieve now would be much higher. Suddenly that lack of tonnage doesn't seem like such a big deal. Alright, so you have 15 tons to play with. But what you get is 130 damage and 120 movement. So same as the Hatchet Man, but you're an assault. And then you add 4 of these bad boys. Where's the other one? There we go. Now you suddenly have 180 damage. Plus your melee.
This is an all-ship announcement. As a reminder, pets are not allowed aboard the Argo. If you're out
So...
and you see something fluffy, enjoy it there. In its native habitat.
I guess you'd have no real choice here but to add... I don't think there's anything that takes 3 slots. So you'd be no choice but to add a plus 10. So 70 and 70. So that's 140. So 140 and 180. And 130. So that's 200, 310, 410, 450. You could get 450 damage out of this. And you've got 11 tons to do something with. I don't know what you'd do with your spare 11 tons. You could put jump jets in it to give you some extra mobility, I guess. Maybe DFA mods. You could add an LBX2, I guess, just for harassment from long range or something along those lines. You could probably actually amp one of these pulses up to a coil, but I'm not even sure it's worth it. I actually think these things are just directly superior to coils. Yeah. So you could achieve 410 melee with the Banshee and have some free tonnage left to put something else in it. I don't know what. I'm actually genuinely not sure what else you'd put in it. Probably some sort of long-range weapon or autocannon or something, just for the sake of having it. But I think your main objective would be to sprint this thing into melee and punch people for 450. Which is gonna hurt. Gonna hurt a lot. So this is actually a terrifying monster of a machine now. And don't forget that of that 450, so 180 of it is in lasers, of course. But that means that the other, like, 270 is just pure single point target damage. There's no mech in the game that wouldn't be penetrated by that. No matter where it hit, it would be going through to structure. Possibly destroying the entire region, whatever the region may be. So... yeah, it's a funny game with funny gear. Right, that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed my thoughts in the Mech Lab, and we'll do the Tournament of Champions next time. So I will see you then.